So with NFL segments now kind of making their way out of my videos until free agency hits, I want to bring in some NBA topics. The first topic, which is the most talked about conversation in all of NBA's history, is who is the undisputed greatest of all time in terms of players. And for many, it could be Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, the list goes on and on for many, but for myself, it only feels right to include two individuals. That of which being Michael Jordan and LeBron James, and then everyone else is far below them, in my humble opinion. And I want to preface this. I have seen Michael Jordan film plenty. I've watched him play in the 80s, the 90s, and early 2000s against the likes of which of the Los Angeles Lakers, the Bad Boy Pistons, the Boston Celtics, the Atlanta Hawks, all the well-established teams I've seen Jordan play against. I know him extremely well. I've also watched his documentary during COVID. It was the perfect documentary in my eyes, and it really gave me a lot of insight into not only how powerful he was in the NBA, but on society as well. So I want to preface this as well. I used to think that Michael Jordan was the greatest player of all time. I'm 20 years old. I believed it up until about 6 months ago when I saw a stat that said that LeBron James was on pace to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's scoring record later this year, which he just did only 2 weeks ago. And I thought to myself, LeBron's got to be the undisputed GOAT now. Because here's why. LeBron has way more points, rebounds, assists, and blocks, and more games played. And that matters, because when you look at their body of work, Jordan's stint was here, and LeBron's is here in terms of dominance. LeBron went to Cleveland, played extremely well, then went to Miami, won them rings, goes back to Cleveland, wins them a championship, a team that nobody believed would ever win one, and then goes to LA and wins another. Jordan, although he did dominate with Chicago, a lot of Jordan fans forget that he went to Washington and stunk it up for years. They forget about that portion of his career. Well, that matters to me. I will give Jordan winning, and I will give him his mentality. He has a Kobe Mamba mentality. But LeBron James, if you tell me that I gotta pick one player to win me a game, not shoot the last shot, but to win me a game, to elevate his team to overcome the other squad that they're playing, I'm picking LeBron James, not Michael Jordan. LeBron was the most hyped athlete coming out of high school, other than maybe Kevin Garnett that I can think of, and now LeBron holds an unbreakable record that will never be broken in my lifetime at least, and I can confidently say that. And outside of LeBron's play against Dallas in 2011 in the NBA Finals, I'm going to say this. LeBron is the greatest clutch player we have ever seen, maybe outside of Michael Jordan. But I think LeBron is a more clutch player overall. Look at the stats. So that's my debate on who is the GOAT. It's LeBron. And I think that a lot of the older generations are stuck up in this notion that Michael Jordan is the pony boy of the NBA. And I get it, because he's got the greatest mentality ever, and he's got 6 rings and 0 losses. But folks, if we're going by rings, then Bill Russell is far better than Michael Jordan, right? Oh, he's not. Well, he has 11 rings and Michael Jordan only has 6. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, so I don't care about rings. I care about how long have you been dominating the league. LeBron now averages 30 points, 8.5 rebounds, 7 assists, and is now considered a top 3 player. To some, he's a top 1 player still in the NBA to this day, in a league where there is far more talented players than there were in the 80s and 90s. I'll give you that it was a tougher league to play in back then as far as physicality goes, but you can't deny that players like Giannis and Luka were better than Isaiah Thomas and Larry Bird. I'm going to say that. I appreciate you guys all for watching, and I will see you all next week.